interesting to see how Fort's gonna fight against that.
Oh, Ponder no longer here because we are starting this match. TWC Jack versus Fort. We're starting off here. Very, very fast start coming through there from Jack here. Is in that 5-4 stack, looking to transition out of that one. Does manage to get out of here, but Fort pops the surge pretty early here, as does Jack. But both of these players are looking to get their down stack going on right now here. Jack does transition that into a very nice 9 surge all of a sudden, but those miss drops are going to be very, very bad for Jack to fix up here. Does need to move quite quickly because Fort's pressure is going to be too much for Jack gets the first game.
Yeah, and I guess I was kind of wrong about the speed factor, because Jack definitely playing really fast there, actually faster than Fort, because Fort finished off with just like a 3.7 flat, while Jack was playing comfortably over 4. So definitely really impressive.
What a
huge spike
from Jack.
Just saw the opportunity to get a really cheesy early game spike and took it, and was able to top out Fort.
Yeah, Fort almost making it out of there, but Jack just enough garbage to top out Fort there. And we see a TKI start from one of these players here. Fort does do that TSS into a counter 4 transition to get out of that 9-0 position. Meanwhile, Jack building up that surge little by little, does have to pop it there. Fort doing a very, very good spike at the moment. Meanwhile, Jack, a little bit of an awkward transition on the downside there, but still does manage to come down here. Ooh, yeah, that wasn't too pretty there from Jack, but again, not enough pressure from Fort to stop Jack's down stacking, and we'll be able to get out of that situation quite quickly here. Meanwhile, Fort, on the other hand, nice floating T-spin there. You have to see that. And here comes the spike from 440.
Oh my gosh!
From Jack, I'm sorry, 42.
Into the all clear, into another all clear. Unfortunately, all clear is not too rewarded in season 2, but man, what an impressive statement from Jack to find that. And that's gotta be like, I mean, even though it didn't kill Fort, that has to be like kind of a mental boost for Jack, you know?
Definitely floating fractal into a 24 spike coming through from Jack there, but again, Fort does have this down stack to block off Jack a little bit. And again, we'll need to get this good down stack Jack. And Fort manages to fight back on it, but again, we see big stacks coming through from all of these players. Jack all the way up to the sky, 23, but look at the surge that Fort has here. Just Jack right back up to the top of their board. Does get that TSS.
So
yeah,
it's not gonna matter too much.
Yeah, very clean transitions from both players.
Yeah, Jack is way high up here, but it seems like he's always trying to accept clean, so that even if he gets knocked up super high, it actually doesn't end up mattering too much, and it might actually end up giving Jack a really nice spike.
Definitely there. But again, Fort is slowly building up this surge, which again does have to pop it due to that little bit of cheese on their board. And this is a 2-minute game right now, looking very different from our last set here.
This is exactly what I mean, because look at the APM disparity, and look at how Jack just seems to live literally everything. It's just crazy how good he is at just finding the solves.
And speaking of, 18 spike coming through from Jack there. But again, doesn't seem to be enough pressure coming through from either one of these players. 25 spike coming through from Jack there again, and Fort just running right through it. They seem to both be very comfortable at this pace of pressure, and we're getting a little bit of hurry up for the pieces.
Yeah, we might see like extra misdrops from that if players aren't as used to gravity, but both players seem really comfortable here and just kind of doing what they've been doing for the whole round here.
Going through here. Fractal setup? No, has to break it there. That T placement from Jack there is gonna make it a little bit awkward, but again, finds that downstack solution so quickly is there Jack, and Fort taking the time from all this to build up that surge. Huge spike, but doesn't get the follow-up on that spike, and once again, Jack just
doesn't die like ever.
Literally immortal here is is Jack, but you know, there is 11 games to play. I wonder what factor fatigue can have on both of these players here.
But look at this surge advantage from Jack. I mean, it just seems like he always kind of has the upper hand in terms of game sense. Like, even if Fort is out surging, like, Jack just has an idea and is going to top out Fort there with a... I mean, how long was that? Like, over 4 minutes?
Almost 3:58. Yeah, almost 4 minutes of a singular match there. And actually insane here from both of these players to be able to last so long with that pressure. And yeah, we're coming back here. Both of these players, 12 surge coming through from Jack there. Will spike out Fort.
Wow. And if you're Fort here, like, what do you even do with that? Like, you just played, like, over 220 APM for, like, almost 4 minutes straight, had a lot of really good surges, and still were not able to kill. Like, how do you fix whatever problem you have?
It just seems to be more about the spiking, I guess, for both of these players here, especially for Fort. You know, like, seems like very consistent flow of garbage coming through from Fort there. So when Jack sends that spike, maybe just takes a it's a lot easier for Jack to flow through constant pressure than just these kinds of spikes that are coming through from Fort. That's what I'm talking about. That's what Fort needs to do exactly. Just get those big spikes all together, all at once against Jack.
Yeah, it seems like the strat is just to never let go of surge, but it's really hard because Jack is so good at being both, like, offensive and defensive, like, in the same round.
Yeah, and Fort can't be making these misdrops here. Almost dies there to Jack. A little more damage there would have given them the round very, very quickly to Jack. And now it might be a reversal to Jack as Fort takes the round and ties it all up 3-3.
Yeah, definitely an unfortunate round to lose for Jack. I mean, it's always rough when you work super hard on, like, a 4-minute round and then you end up losing it. Or not end up losing it, like, you win the round and then the next round or the next couple rounds are super short. We're almost dying there, actually, at the very start, too.
Yeah, I was about to, once again, what it could have been, and does die, actually, here. So Jack takes the lead from Fort once again, 4-3.
Yeah, super even set we have here, and Jack just showing this game sense here. It's really crazy to see.
Okay.
Perfect garbage from Jack. It's gonna give him so much to work off of with this surge. Question is just, when does he decide to break? Fort's gonna break his, and it's actually gonna get full countered.
Yeah, but again, good down second there from Jack to get out of that dangerous situation. Was a little bit worse than Fort after that surge pop. Ooh, and this STSD cannot be completed by Fort. Let's have to break all of that. Still manages to get the down stack. Very good from Fort there to not die. And but Jack throwing up another 19 spike casually for you, as the surge keeps growing for Fort, but again, not enough to keep Jack down. And this is the exact position Jack wants to be in against Fort.
Absolutely, yeah. And
big 25er
here. It's just, it feels like with Jack, it's just a matter of, like, waiting out for to send a really big surge, and then kind of building his own surge, playing really defensively until he can make his own surge, and just kind of rinsing and repeating that process until he gets a big enough one to top out Fort.
And this cheese is proving to be a little bit awkward for Jack there, but does get that down stack very, very quickly here. And see how Fort can counter. Beautiful S-spin 25er. Down stack for Fort. Again, ties it once again, 4-4. FORTISSIM.
Yeah. As much as I've been kind of talking about Fort or Jack's game sense, I mean, Fort playing at 240 for that entire last round. He's getting crazy APM here. Definitely showing that he's really good at also kind of figuring out surge mechanics and being able to play really offensively here.
Definitely here, but again, Jack's still proving to very powerful here. The down stack a bit, probably not the greatest, but still does manage to transition out. That L piece might give the L to Jack. Mishold there from Jack does make down stack impossible and gives Fort the win with that spike.
Yeah, really just not that much that can be done there for Jack. Just kind of stacked himself into a corner there, which is kind of an unfortunate thing that we see a lot from people in Season 2. When you're kind of building these crazy all-spin continuations, sometimes you can get a little lost in the sauce.
Ooh, and
we're kind of seeing that.
Jack there. There's going to be a big spike here, and that L piece is going to give the L Jack once again. Nefarious L piece of doom.
Yeah, I mean, and even if Jack lived that situation, I mean, Fort was already on the bottom of his board, had so many comfortable all spins, and he was definitely going to make it really hard for Jack to live any longer. So
look at this wake coming through from Fort.
Wow, yeah.
Oh, that might have not been to the best of their interests, perhaps, but does manage to neutralize a bit of cheese on Jack's board there. Will make it a down stack situation for him there. That J piece placement, very, very awkward for Jack, but again, does transition that into a beautiful TSD there. Meanwhile, Fort looking to pop off that surge into a huge spike here, but again, beautiful neutralization coming through there from Jack makes the game even once again. T-spin double coming through from Fort, transitions that into a Z-spin, into another T-spin, and pops the surge once again. And again, both players are just kind of just feeling each other out, neutralizing their spikes.
Yeah, it's just, I'm kind of noticing that, like, honestly, I've seen cases of this with both players, is they kind of pop their surge. Well, hold on. Okay, so we have a really good surge from Jack, and he could possibly turn this into a really good advantage here. And is just not letting go of this at all. Might have to break it here, though. And that's what I was about to bring up, is the problem is that when these players are breaking these surges is because they stacked themselves into a corner where the only valid solve was to break the surge, which is not what you want to be doing. You definitely want to be using it a bit more strategically than that. And a massive spike from Fort is just not going to allow Jack to get out of its situation. And these players just need to find a way to stack cleaner, not stack to, like, I guess, overbearing and messy up their stack too much, because I'm definitely noticing that a lot.
Definitely here, but very awkward board position there from Fort. Yeah, a lot of mistraps. Does give Jack that quick win they desperately need there. That 3-game victory cut down to 2. And let's see what both of these players do here. Yeah, classic SD.
Yeah, for pulling ahead a bit here after the set had been really, really close for a while. You gotta wonder, like, what that's about and what kind of triggered that. But we see a really good 6-3 well of garbage for Jack. He's not gonna be able to actually turn it into any advantage. Has to break because his stack unfortunately got a bit awkward. But
so does Fort there. Did also have to break it. Did have a bit of an awkward board position and still does kind of have one there. Does transition right out of it, but Jack has such a beautiful board right now. See what they can do with that. Very awkward situations on Jack's board as well. Can't get as many T-spins off, but this does give Fort the opportunity to try to come back. Beautiful T-spin doubles coming through there from Fort. Love to see that J-spin. Transitions that into a search drop, into a down stack. And Jack is stuck on the board right now. Does need to do quick thinking here to get out of this position. Fort needs any pressure, and Jack might be out of the woods on this one. Does get out of that. Beautiful escape there. Now Fort does have a bit of an awkward situation, but beautifully transitions to that as well. Both of these players are just kind of going back and forth right now here. Let's see what Fort can come up with. Gets a double out of all that. A bit awkward for Fort here, but beautiful wait. 1.5 minutes in from Fort, gets a beautiful counter spike. Fort
huge spike,
can win this game and does get it. Wow, dude, that wait was so smart from Fort there, being able to recognize that you could. That was dangerous too. Like just in the middle of your board, just looking for that hole, looking for that plonk, whatever you want to call it, and just, just popping off, dude.
And Ford is probably really happy he won there, because right after he sent off that spike, he had a really awkward misdrop, so definitely a good time to be winning there. And what I'm kind of noticing... Oh yeah, hold on, we got a really good search here. But yeah, like, what I'm kind of noticing is neither player is, like, really too concerned with holding on to a really big surge. I feel like they're kind of more focused on building a decently sized surge and then kind of trying to find a way to break the surge and kind of find a combo afterwards.
Jack, speaking about breaking, Fort might be breaking Jack's spirit here, getting a quick 2 games there to get to match point, and now Jack has a mountain right in front of them. 6 games straight Jack needs to beat FORTISSIM here, but it can't be done.
Oh, that might be it.
Unfortunately, gets caught. It's caught, and Fort gets it. It says thanks for the games like a Minecraft YouTuber in the comments. Fort.
Yeah, he's like positive. It's like a friendly or something.
He's like and subscribe for more videos, dude. Right then and there. GG's. 11-5 from Fort. Beautiful game.